Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today is going to be another errand run. This week we did not get to go to the property. The weather was not in our favor. We had lots of rain and some freezing cold temperatures. So instead of a property update, come along with me as I run some errands in town. So anyway, we are going to go by the dump, drop off some trash, then we're going to head to Target, get a pickup order, and then after that, I would like to go visit my favorite garden center in town. It has more unique houseplants than your Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, and Target. Then after that, we're going to go get lunch at the third Chick-fil-A in Carrollton. Once we're done with that, we have a Walmart grocery pickup order, and then we are done with errands. So we currently live in a small town called Whitesburg. So Whitesburg is about 25 to 30 minutes from Carrollton. That's why I like to kind of bunch every type of errand that I can together to do it all in one trip. Now, when we move to the property, it'll be more like 15 to 20 minutes. So that will be so much better. Alright, so our first stop is going to be the dump. Go through here, dump all the trash, and then we're going to head on our way to Target. A few weeks ago, I was at a different Target and noticed they were putting out houseplants. I then went to another Target, and when I checked those out, they were in the last errand run video, and it wasn't much to look at. So here we are at Target. I think we're going to check out and see what they have. Okay, so here we are. I thought the plants looked great. I love the monstera. Look at those new leaves coming in. I thought the plants looked really nice. And it looked like they had a good selection. Got the snake plant, fiddly figs. But I often wonder at these Targets why there's no like skylight. That's what I was looking right there. But also they had some succulents. I was thinking things were still pretty scarce. I don't know if more plants would come in, like live plants. I'm guessing they'll have more accessories. I see that, there's some soil over there, some garden tools. I saw some gloves and little things like that on this little table, but it just looked very scarce, very empty still. And that's what all the others look like. But you got to think it is still very cold in the winter. So yes, they put things out earlier. So maybe things just aren't out completely. So there's some starting seed kits, some pots, and those black pots are plastic and they look really nice. I really liked those risers. Here's some more terracotta, ceramic type pots. Very pretty, but see, the shelves are pretty empty. Now, these self-watering pots, I probably have every color. Then I noticed at the front, I'm not sure why I didn't notice it when we walked in, but here was a good bit as well. They look so nice, so pretty. I don't know how long they'll last that way. They are closer to the front entrance, so maybe they will receive more light than in the back. Here's more. Look at those Monstera leaves. They're so pretty. All right, now we're here, gonna pick up a prescription at Publix. After that, we're gonna head to my favorite garden center, check out their houseplants. Now, this garden center is on the other side of town, but the third Chick-fil-A in Carrollton is also over there. So I thought, if I'm going to do one, I can do the other. I haven't visited the third Chick-fil-A. The other two we have in town are always very busy, and this side of town has less traffic, even though it kind of looks like there's a lot of traffic, but it is less congested. There is a McDonald's and a new Taco Bell, and our favorite over here is the Jack's, because there are no other Jack's near us. I don't believe in any like neighboring town as well. So we're about to turn in to where the garden center is. So this is an Ace Hardware, but they have this little garden center building. So I tried to show the tags, and you can see the name they put on there and the price. And it is interesting, 4 years ago when I would come, these were on the higher side just because I think they were more unique than you would find at Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, and so forth. But they have gotten more expensive. But plants are worth it. And I love those elephant watering cans. I thought those were so cool. And I did notice that if it's a pothos, all it has is pothos. It doesn't give specific names other than that. They were all real nice. They looked pretty good. It looked like they also brought in a lot of plants from the outside because of it being so cold, like they're on the floor. When I first went in, there was nobody in there. And then as I started videoing, two ladies came in, two workers, and I almost didn't continue, but I said, got to get used to it. I didn't talk through this because I'm actually trying to get better at voiceovers. I just can't make it sound great. I thought this video would be a perfect opportunity to practice. But I love those. I love houseplants with some color. I should go back at some of my old plant shopping videos from 4 years ago, because I did go in this store a good bit and compare the prices. That would be interesting. This was a eucalyptus and it's very dry. I'm guessing it was outside and they brought it in. They have pots and some other garden supplies. But there's a bird of paradise. You see some garden art. There's orchids. I've never had an orchid, and I don't know if I will. But there's more pots. Really nice. Then you see in the back they've got some soils and some fertilizing and such. There's a prayer plant. Yeah, some pothos. Is that a fern? Monstera. A rubber plant, two different types. And I thought that peperomia was so different. I hadn't seen one. A ZZ plant. And then this peperomia was so large. The leaves were so large. Just a lot of neat stuff. So it's the Ace Hardware, Southern Home and Garden. And then now we're going to head to Carrollton's third Chick-fil-A. And you can tell, I think, it's brand new. There weren't many people here. I think I was zoomed in a little too much in the car. But I went around through the parking lot and now I'm going over into the drive-through. Looked like there was a school class that went. So let's order some food. All right, now we're going to go back to the other side of town to do my Walmart pickup order, and then we will head back to Whitesburg. I didn't intend for my videos to be these errand run videos, but because of the weather, we haven't been able to get to the property to do any updates. But this weekend, we will have a skid, go to the property and grade for the house, cover up the water pipes that we did in the last video, and we need to lay a gravel pad for the RV, so when we are able to move on the property, that will be ready. But right here I am going to grab some gas. When I'm done with that, we're going to go sit and wait on our grocery pickup. So we do have 4 Walmarts that are relatively close to us, but this one is my favorite. I have thought about visiting all 4 Walmarts in one day to check out their houseplant selection. We also have 4 Home Depots, 3 Lowe's, and 3 Targets. So those could be other options to check out each of those in one day in separate videos. I decided to start back videoing things and posting once we were starting to move forward a little more on the property, because that would be good content and something that we can have to look back on as well. But I would like to do more things and have more videos to post so the channel can grow. But because of the weather, I haven't really been able to do property updates, which is fine because I want to also have other content as well. And once we have the house up, there will be decorating videos, cooking, cleaning, and things like that. I will also be posting soon me sketching out the garden and what I hope to be able to do. So be looking out for that video. If I don't have much for the next video, or the week after that, then there may be a video of me talking about and sketching out our garden. Well, I hope you enjoyed running some errands with me today. So stay tuned for next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.